What's up, snipers? Sniper Nick here. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and dive into the watch list, and we're going to do a quick breakdown of the watch list for tomorrow morning. So every single night, we come out with a watch list, and you can dive into it the night before, or we dive into it in that morning right before the market opens. And the purpose for the watch list is to get us all prepped for the morning and to be ready if there is any morning action, to be ready for it, because that morning action can be really quick. Also, there's a lot of stocks that we talk about when you talk about penny stocks. There's a lot of movement, so there's a lot of stocks that you talk about throughout the day. So it's important to step back at the end of the day, find out, what was going on throughout the day. Really just get a good picture when the market's paused, and then make your list from there. And when you do that, you could step back, you see the hot ones, of course, but you also, after some searching, and we have our own way of searching, we have a list of 1,500 stocks, we have our own custom scans, but after searching, you also find some hidden ones. And you'd be surprised, some of those hidden ones have had some huge gains in the morning. Even yesterday, we had a big gainer, DCGD, ended up spiking 50% plus from the watch list the night before. And it made that move in 13 minutes in the morning. So that was super nice. So anyway, let's go ahead, let's dive into the watch list, and let's talk about our plays for tomorrow, Wednesday. All right, so let's do it. All right, so here we're scrolling through our chat here to get to the watch list. We posted in the chat as well. It's on our website, but we posted in the chat as well. As a heads up, click on the link, and here we go. All right, so we're going to give a quick breakdown of each stock. This is the watch list for tomorrow. Actually, I have to go and edit that. At the top, it shows Tuesday, September 4th. Tomorrow is actually going to be Wednesday, September 4th. So this is the watch list for tomorrow. The first two top plays are actually plays that we're in. The snipers are in overnight looking for morning money. IMLFF, let's go over this one first. This is an OTC cannabis multi-month breakout that we are long in at 31.2, looking for a gap up. So let's bring up IMLFF and let's check this out. All right, so here it is, IMLFF, and let me take the time and sales out. So a little choppy here, but if you look at the 1 year, it's a clean breakout here past that 28.8 resistance. It looks like a 3-month resistance. So nice breakout and nice hold. Now, we didn't grab on that resistance break. We didn't want to take it because of the time that it broke and how choppy it was in the morning. So we let this play out. This actually ended up going all the way up real choppy to 32 and coming back down. On this dip, we watched it. We wanted to see it hold VWAP. It did. We also wanted to just see it hold throughout the rest of the day. We wanted to be really patient as this was so choppy. And we said, you know what, if this starts creeping back up to 32, we've seen this have a crazy run up a couple days ago. Here, it had a wild run at the end of the day and then ended up gapping up the next morning. So nice potential here in IMLFF, especially for gap ups. So that's what we decided to do. We're going to go ahead and take it and try to play it for a gap up. And so we bought it right here, 31, and we're risking 30, so we're risking 1 cent, and ideally we can get 3 cents out of it. We want to go ahead and ideally get the gap up over 32 in the morning. It tagged 32 a couple times before the close but couldn't break it, so ideally we get to the 33s in the morning and we're able to sell in a morning push. Let's see tomorrow. Tilray. Now this one, it's a larger cap listed Canadian cannabis company, as you can see here, that are supposedly, they got some interesting news going on, right? So Tilray came on our radar because this is a cannabis play, and the cannabis plays, those are our favorite plays to play because we've been following those since the very beginning, since our account was $500, and a lot of the small cap, the micro cap, those are the ones that we usually play. Those are the ones that carried our account from 500, to 1,000, then from that 1,000 to 5,000, then 5,000 to 10,000. So it's a shout out to those plays. And this play, it's a larger cap cannabis stock, but it is showing one of our patterns that we like to play, the first green day, and it's also extremely beat up. Okay, this one hasn't seen a follow-up day in a while, and we think this one could get it. It had some hype, again, with this news speculating in the air. They also said they're going to get some international growth midday. They came out with midday news, which made it spike very nicely. So we decided to take a position towards the very end of the day. Let me dive in real quick just to show you the day. This is the 1 day, 1 minute. See, it has a nice trading range midday. holds that trading range, comes out with this news at 130 saying that they're going to get international growth. That's their next big move, and it's going to be a huge part of their business, and it makes a huge $3 run. So 10% run, very nice, showing legs again. So that's what we'd like to see. Even though this is larger cap, we played it because it's showing that it has some legs again. And we decided not to grab it, not to chase it up here, but we decided, hey, if it comes down, we'll be patient. We'll get a dip around the low 30s, and we'll cut it over here into this 29.35 support. And so we actually got filled right here at 30.08. Ideally, it would have pushed and bounced into the close. However, it sizzled out. It stayed right around our spot. We're up 2 cents at the close. We closed that 2 cents up. And so we'll see what happens tomorrow. This after hours, there hasn't been much going on. So we'll see what happens in the morning. We're going to keep a strict cut here. It's a larger cap. But ideally, it gets that gap up in the morning. And this is another one that could be a nice continuation on day 2. So that's Tilray. These next two are listed plays that had very, very, very nice days. ARDX. And they came out with positive phase 3 news, which is pretty big for these listed biotech companies. And this one is also a 52-week breakout, as you can see, over that 450. So we're still watching this, and we're watching to see if this one could have a day 2. However, after it broke that 450, it actually did already run up pretty nicely in the PM. And even though it's not up too much, this is a larger cap stock, so we're not too excited about going long here. We're really probably going to watch it now. This was an ideal play at this double bottom, from the 380s here all the way to closing at 580s, $2 opportunity. So huge opportunity here. If it gets a big dip with the news that it had, we'll be watching. We'll be watching at these key, support spots, see if it can hold that 528, see if it can hold down here. If it does dip even more, the 430s. So we'll be watching this. We'll keep this on the radar. ABEO, another one. This is a lower float. It's actually a little bit lower cap, and this is a first green day that got news. Their news is they came out with a strategic update to their shareholders, and this one, as you can see, a whole bunch of red days. So we're kind of more looking to short this one. We're gonna go ahead and take the hammer out, and we're gonna wait. We're gonna be patient. We don't want to rush into a short. Definitely don't want to do that. But if ideally this spikes the second day, holds again, and then we get the short on the third day. But if it's showing weakness tomorrow, we'll be watching. Not too interested in going long anymore here. Again, just rooting for it to keep on going higher, so we can see when it weakens, we'll be able to grab the short. Because look at this, it's definitely coming back down. It's all red candles, so count on that coming down very soon. And then lastly, guys, DCGD, and this was just a wrap up. This was just a recap from yesterday's watch list, that 52-week breakout that we were watching. Shout out Sniper Shout out Sniper John Carlos. Guys, we're on it. You guys made some money this morning. Good stuff. Everyone else that was able to witness this was pretty cool. It was nice to watch. Had that morning shakeout after it held. Huge opportunity from 87 all the way to 123 in 13 minutes. So from that high day break to 123, 13 minutes, 40% right there. Really nice DCGD. And then lastly, guys, to wrap it up here, this is from Friday's watch list, TRNX and Mosey. These are two reverse splits that we will be watching to see if they get news articles. It's good to stay on top of these first, because when these low float reverse splits, which make it even lower float, get that news article, they seem to be the hot plays lately. Those have been the plays that have been running 100, 200, 300%, some of them, in the morning, just in the morning before they even dip. So super nice to just keep an eye on those right now. So that's the watch list, guys. If you're interested in about learning more, reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you. Always, the door is open. Reach out. Let us know how we can help. We're always looking for more traders. We're always looking to for people to chat with, and let's have fun doing it, man. Let's try to get rich together. All right, guys, let's get ready. Wednesday, we got the big day. In the morning, we got these stocks ready to go. We'll have the sniper scope ready for those 3 o'clock stocks, and then Wednesday night we have the webinar with the members, so that'll be cool. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to reach out, subscribe. Much love. See you guys.